All right, now we're going to invite up Stacie Whisonant, who is the founder and CEO of a really cool organization called Pay Your Tuition. It's an organization that links families with banks to come up with an innovative way to pay for college and to deal with the costs associated with going to college. So Stacie, come on up and pitch away.
Thank you. Good evening. My name is Stacie Whisonant, as he stated, and I am the CEO and founder of PYT Funds, which simply stands for Pay Your Tuition. And although it's a simple acronym of Pay Your Tuition, many American students are suffering and having a hard time paying your tuition. And I don't know if you were one of those families or not, but everyone knows that people are struggling to pay their tuition. So we created a platform that would allow students to come and crowdfund. So if you're familiar with Kickstarter, GoFundMe type platforms, we had this big idea that people could come and raise money for their tuition. But what we quickly found out is that the students that we were attracting did not have enough friends and family to be able to help them out. So we already heard the stats on a lot of the minority communities that didn't have enough friends and families to help them pay their tuition, usually in their senior year of college. So when you got to your senior year, you would have a balance of about $5,000 to graduate. And we were trying to find a way to help students raise that money. And so me as a former banker, I worked at HSBC Bank for about 10 years. And if you've seen HSBC Bank in DC, I've opened those branches. And so I put my banking hat on and said, well, what can we do with the money that they are able to raise? So if they raise if they need $5,000, and if they're able to raise at least $1,000 of that $5,000, then what we're doing and what our platform does is collects over 20,000 data points. And to Marla's point is that we try to find alternative data that can help the banks make a credit decision other than the traditional FICO score. So if you don't have the 700 FICO, and if you don't have the $150,000 in family assets, what is the alternative data that we can look at with cash? So we've put together both cash and data to help more students get access to very small loans that they need to graduate from college. Because if they don't graduate, what's the chances of them paying back the loans that they've already accumulated? And so our platform, with the crowdfunding, we have the platform built out where students can come and raise this money. We help them, assist them in setting up these profiles. And then what we do is we collect those data points. So when you look at Facebook and LinkedIn, we look at what they're majoring in. We look at their GPAs and a bunch of academic data to say this is a good risk, to take an opportunity to give the student this very small loan to help them graduate. And the overall goal is to really just help more students in that last mile be able to get over that hurdle with this very small loan, and then be able to enter the financial markets as not necessarily a prime candidate, but a better credit risk than what they would have if they didn't graduate. And so again, myself and my team, we have about 6 members, and they're based out of Washington, D.C. We have 3 technical team members and then 3 bankers. We work every day with the students on the ground, helping a lot of the schools here in the Washington, D.C. area. And so right now, we're currently gearing up for the spring because we know that a lot of the students will come to us in April when it's time to graduate in May, and they'll need to get access to this last $5,000. And so we partner with banks like Sallie Mae to help us do these loans, but we're also raising our own money so that we can do the loans ourselves. So that's PYT, and maybe on the panel we'll get to talk about it a little bit more.